Welcome back everybody to Let's Play Advanced Tactics Gold. This is episode number 4 and we're starting to get into it. The borders have expanded as far as they really can, so border tension shall build. We're not at war with anyone yet, but I suspect we will be. I think in the next 4 or 5 turns we should be. And the turns will also be going a lot faster since I don't have to worry about expanding my borders. Things are going to tighten up and production won't be so difficult. Speaking of which, I did advance to the next turn. I just did a few movements of cavalry and nothing really happened. You didn't miss anything important. Now this turn I've already decided, of the 3 factories that I can build, I'm going to go with aircraft. So why that? I think we have this kind of ring. Our front line is kind of a ring of cities. Now one of the disadvantages of aircraft is they need to be based at an airbase. They need some kind of airfield. But there is an airfield in cities, so I don't even need to build an additional one. And that means that I'll also be able to move them anywhere along the front because I have cities all along the front. The only exception is maybe here. In the Far East, I don't really have that. I could probably build just an airbase somewhere up here, but I'm not sure even how much fighting can go on through this mountain pass and through these streams. Although we do see that the Chinese have put a few troops on the border. So anyway, if I have planes everywhere except for in the east, I'll just put a few extra troops over there or something. But everywhere else you see Xinjiang, Huladao. Then we have our German cities, the Leverkusen and Landsberg and Kronach, and these are all part of the front. Now, the dive bombers are going to have a range of 5, so I need to make sure that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that the front is within 5 spaces of my cities. But that currently is the case, and really, I probably won't be able to put enough planes in Xinjiang because it has like almost 120 degrees of surroundment by the enemy. So, okay, so plane time, right? Let's build a road down here. Factories do need to be connected to a road. And let's go ahead and build. RAS is no longer going to be a problem. We've reached some kind of threshold and it's no longer a big deal. But let's go ahead and build this aircraft factory first. And I kind of want to, factories are like cities. They can be conquered and destroyed and stuff like that. So I do want to tuck this away. That's why I was mentioning moving it over here. And boom, there it is, an aircraft factory. Now if I hit P for production, you can see that I don't have anything I can build yet. But the good news is this doesn't have any maintenance fee or anything, so just throwing it down now is fine. But because I've already decided I'm going to invest in this, what I'm going to do is just research dive bombers. And when you research them, you might as well start producing them. So let's get some dive bombers. This will give me 4. And I love that this 8,000 is just like free. You get to build a factory, boom, free city. Now, eventually, if we just kept building dive bombers forever, we would run out of our supply and oil ability to actually, feed them and supply them with all the things they need. But I think we won't soon reach that limit. Okay, another thing I wanted to mention, I saw this, it's kind of a joke. So let's say Fuji, it's been around for a while. I've owned Fuji for quite a while. Matsu was like one of the first places I captured, right? These guys and then Matsu, I think. Maybe Kitakami first. Now Kitakami is at 1800, Matsu 1500. You'd say that I'd have these longer than Germany's had Nagano, right? Well, despite this supposed auto repair 300, Nagano's at 1920. So Kitakami, which I've had since turn maybe 3, has somehow taken longer to get its structural up than Nagano, which they've had for maybe 2 turns now. So there's a little bit of cheating involved. If you ask my opinion on it, it's cheating. It's just plain cheating. But we'll let it go. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Just push the borders back. I think these will push back MBRs on the next turn. That's fine. Anything else we need to do? Well, actually, you might as well move this guy forward since he's in supply there. And I think, I'm starting to switch, I switched this gun, you can see it's yellow on the left now. I switched it over to this headquarters. I think I'll switch this guy over to this headquarters too. Yes. Okay, So now it's supposedly he's out of supply, or he doesn't have good supply or something. But from there, whoop, no, 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 no. Let's get it from this headquarters. Ugh. F5. Yeah, good. So from here, he'll be well supplied. I think he's also well supplied from the headquarters down here, but it should be better from my Huladao guy. Now production I already set up. Let's just go over what's going on. I'm building a truck, a train, and more machine guns, and more staff, and more rifles. Lots more political points are coming in now, because as soon as I get to this magic number of 8,000, like the full production points, I usually split half off to political points, which means every city that reaches there will be producing 8 political points. It's a lot more than I was producing for the first, whatever, 7 turns. What did we start in May of 1939? I forget. Okay, but regardless, let's see what we want to do. I'm going to move this Jeep back towards Xinjiang because I like his scouting ability. Well, right away we can see how effective that is. And this cavalry, he's better off-road anyway, so he's the one who I'd rather have scouting out. Let's just move him here then, which means he won't be out of supply. Good. Gonna leave this machine gun guy here because I'm a little afraid about a machine gun and infantry unit being cut off. If they have any kind of armored cars, they could actually overrun me. And I don't care that much about Xinjiang. It's a terrible city for me to have to take back because it's on the east side of the stream. But for that very same reason, it's a little harder for me to defend because there's 3 open hexes that can attack it. And if they cut off the one to the north, I need the supply line from the north. Blah, blah, blah. It's probably not worth the effort to defend unless I have a pretty massive army up there. Let's keep going over here and just build this road. One more, I think. Just one more should be fine. I was thinking about maybe even pushing this guy over and down like this, which would supply me in this marshy area, which currently is not very well supplied. But that's okay. And with these engineers, what was the next thing I wanted to do? I don't remember, so I'm just going to leave them there a turn. They can just build up their engineering points. This guy certainly has enough. Okay. Also off camera, I did resupply all of these guys up to 40 and 20, so this new unit now has 40 and 20 as well. And I think this turn I might even create one final unit in... Oh, I already did. I did, that's right. With the whatever was left over after topping these guys off to 40 and 20, I created a new unit here. But this guy's going to be... He's going to need a few more units. He needs 6 more rifles. And it looks like he needs 20 machine guns. Boom. Alright, now he's a strong fighting force over there. I'm going to need a new headquarters over here, which I'll show you guys in a second. Probably in the next game, actually, the next episode, because I don't think we need a new headquarters quite yet. Good news is we have 9,000 supply stockpiled. That's the most I've ever stockpiled in any game. So we've done a very good job of producing supplies. Maybe too good of a job. But those kind of things are going to dissipate when we build these dive bombers. And I thought, yeah, this engineer here, I want him to also build a factory. I'm going to build it south of Fuji because, again, I want to protect my factories, so let's hide them away in the heartland. Maybe like one here, or I don't know, one here and one here or something like that. That's 2 spaces away. That makes sense. I like that. Let's do that then. Let's move him. Where should the factory come from? This has already got a bunch of roads, so just for my OCD-ness, I'll build it from here to here. Like clink clink. Or I could do this. I've already forgot what I was intending to do, but he'll be over here. These Jeeps, I don't have a good reason for them to be over here. I think maybe I will leave one in this forest. Is that supplied? It is. In fact, this is even, the marsh is even supplied, but most terrain doesn't give you a penalty for defending. However, marshes, or swamps, I keep calling it marsh, but swamps actually give you a defensive penalty. So I don't want to leave the Jeeps there. Let's just put them in this forest hex, which will give us some pretty good scouting over there, and they're still supplied. Good. What do I want to do with this guy? I don't know. I'm just going to move him over here. He'll probably be forward scouting around here if I just move him all the way over to Xinjiang. What else do I want to get done this turn? I'm going to kind of power through. Oh, this guy, yeah. Because we're just waiting for war to be declared at this point. Not that I want war to be declared next turn. I think I'm a little far behind still. Oh. the Germans have really moved all the way up this land bridge. Wow. They are actually going to get to Drognitz before I do, guaranteed. I'll probably be able to take Tainan, and since I can take Tainan, I might as well just kind of push my border over here so that I eventually control this Ra. Not that it's necessary, it's just, it's instinctive for me to try to deny strategic objectives from the enemy, even if I personally don't need them. Okay. I think that covers everything we want to do this turn, because I already set up my production, and I'm very happy with the way it is. And look, we even have some aircraft factories being produced now. Some dive bombers next turn. That's awesome. Okay, good. So I'll end the turn. As a side note, I'm creating 4 dive bombers. A city can normally take a stack of 10. So I have to be careful about how many I'm dumping in there. Still no war declared. That's fine. I think it shows, actually, if I go to the question mark here. Yeah. Max stack is 100. And I think the stack for a dive bomber, if I click on them, is... Where's your stack? Stack points is 10, yes. So that means with 10 stack points each, and I get 100, so yeah, 10. I can stack 10 in there. Let's actually go ahead and create that new unit first, because it's something I obviously need to do. I don't want it to be attached to... Oh, no, I do want that to be the headquarters. I just want to transfer the dive bombers. Good. And these are one of the rare units that don't suffer a readiness penalty when you move them into a new division. I'm not exactly sure why. And they should have enough movement points. No. Yeah, so it doesn't... the gray is invisible right now because they can't land anywhere except for an airbase. So technically this square would be gray and this one would be gray, but you just can't see it. So I'll probably move this guy over to... I forget what this is. Something Berg. Oh, it's a damage location. I don't want to move to a damage location, do I? What is the... Well, it's over 50%, which I assume means it's over 50 stack points. So I'll go ahead and move there. Excuse me. Yes, move to damage location. You should be fine. It's all fine. It's good. And if they were to declare war on us, which, heck, I mean, Germany is stacking a few troops at the border, right? Oh, good. We did take this. And now that I think the whole map is... Is the whole map covered except for over here? Oh, good. We got Tainan. And they didn't get Drognitz, but they'll definitely get it next turn. Let's sack another one up for the yellow HQ. Why are these guys out of supply? I think it's because this HQ doesn't have enough supply. Why is that, though? Why don't we just transfer supply to them? I don't know what's going on with supply, but let's just do a transfer of 500 to that guy. That should be enough. There, now you have a supply stockpile. I've tried to use this before, like build up a reserve, etc., etc. I just don't know how to do it very well. Or, I mean, clicking these things, it doesn't seem to change anything. I've read the manual and, you know, RTFM, but it didn't help. I gotta tell you. I am the tutorial. I needed to watch myself on how to do this stuff, but that's okay. Alright, so let's also set this guy as the yellow for the HQ, which means that he'll lose a bit of readiness, 50%. And let's just shove him into the city. We also wanted this guy. He's going to be moving... Yeah. Well, he'll be it's faster to actually move him along the road than go through the forest, even though it's so far around. Okay. This engineer will be a factory dude, so let's move him back. Although we do have one factory, and we have another one here. One over here? Yeah, I think here. I don't know which factory to build, though. I could build 2 aircraft factories. That's the one thing... I think you do... Let's see. No. It comes down to what you're going to lose the most, because I think until war is declared... I won't have enough fighters when war is declared, most likely. But after war is declared, it's not something that really suffers that much attrition, unless the Germans are going to build a lot of fighters. Yes, in my head, by the way, Germany must fall first. China is... secondary because I want Nagano. Okay, well, let's see how many units we have. 54 rifles, 28 machine guns. That sounds wonderful. We have a 40 and 20 here, here, and here. Good. I'm not going to leave the... I'm not going to defend the road here quite yet. It's not as important, I think, as, you know, getting some defense to Qingjong, which I'll do right now. New formation. And this one is going to have the yellow for its HQ. Then we're going to transfer units from blue to yellow. And the same thing. Oh, look at this rail cap. So this is why I started to build some more trains. You do end up needing more than... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put 20 here and then as many machine guns as I can. Blast. 5. So you do start running out of rail cap. When this main HQ just spiders everything along the rails, and that's also why I want trucks, because the HQs, the combat ones, are going to be able to resupply troops off of the roads only by using trucks. So I do want trucks. But I'm going to give all the trucks to the yellow. Actually, I might as well, this is kind of another trick. When you transfer a truck, it loses its land cap for the day, for the turn. So I might as well move like one more machine gun using my land cap. So I think I can even move 3. It's a little trick. You can use the truck. The land cap is the truck. And can I even squeeze out another rifle? No, they're the same weight. Of course they are. Okay, now I will actually transfer my truck over to this guy, because he's the one who's going to be ferrying troops. Oh, I can't because I don't have rail cap. Okay, yeah, of course. Good. So we've only done one turn in this one so far. We haven't pushed enough. I do want to keep going. I'm going to leave these guys here. Just, I mean, I don't need to move them. Let's do... Maybe we'll do an artillery factory here, because that is another thing I do want. Tank factories are also important. Well, I'm going to want both eventually, so what I'll do is I'll just get the gun factory first. And that is set for him. This guy, I could even do another factory like over here, so let's move him over here and road to there and do another one. A lakeside factory so I can pollute the lake. How wonderful. Is there any other guys that need to move? I'll let him kind of accrue some engineering points before I decide where to build the road with him. But you can see our front line's kind of set up now. It's way too wide open. But if we were attacked, at least we would have points which we could hold, little anchor points. And I do need those submachine guns. In fact, it might be time for me to just research those. I do have political points just sitting around, and switch over from rifles to submachine guns. In fact... Well, let's see what a production looks like now. Let's go to production overview. All right, I did set one of these to just... It's going to get 0.4. There's no workaround, in my opinion, for it, so I'm just fine with that. What I'm going to do is just let it always build this many. So every 5 turns, I'll get a flat number. And if I need to change every 5th turn, if I happen to notice, I can change it then without having any left over. But, okay. So, trains. Yeah, now that we see that we need them, okay, 6,000. What was 6,000? This was 6,000, so I need to move to 50 and 50. Yeah, that's right. 50 and 50, but don't give me trains. Give me... Actually, do I want machine guns or do I want... No, I want machine guns. And the 7,200 is going to be what this... It was 8,000 last turn, was it? Oh, we have a new one. You can go ahead and start doing political points. And you can see that these cities, the foreign captured cities, I think they give you 8 political points when they're fully maxed out. They're starting to really rake it in for us. What is this? We have 15 here and 15 there. Yeah, 30 political points just from these extra captured cities. I mean, you can just, compared to my capital, all of these captured cities don't even amount to the same political points as one capital, but still, it's something. It's no small drop in the bucket. Okay, staff. I think I need more staff to keep building those because I'm going to need more HQs pretty soon. The 7,200. Oh, see, I need to go page down. That's what the trick is. So this was just 7,200. So we should do 40, 50, 10 truck. Okay, got it. Let's do that real fast. I'm going to have to reorder. I'm going to rename this first HQ like Northern HQ or something. I just don't want it to be a number so that the Supreme HQ goes first. I might even just make an HQ and make this like the ZHQ and just leave it like that so it goes last. But okay, the 6,000. We did. There's a truck. What else? 40, so 40, 50, 10. Got it. 50, 40. But switch this over to rifles. Wonder if this would actually do submachine guns. I'll probably just have to do the same thing with the machine guns as I did. One with the submachine guns here just constantly produces a fraction, which is fine. Actually, I'll go ahead and start that this turn. So yeah, let's just do it. Oh, this is the only one producing staff though. Damn it. Okay, fine. We'll wait for another guy. Yeah, it's really annoying having these first factories, the first cities belonging to yellow, which for some reason comes first. Okay, but did I finish the gun factory? What is it going to produce? Nothing, because it can't produce anything. Yeah, that's true. And this guy just needs to switch. Okay, so he goes back to a 50-50 thing. 50, 30, 20. That means I'm getting no trains, huh? Okay, well, to compromise, let Yokohama cut back a little bit and get some trains. Oh, good. So one thing gets 2 trains. That's fine with me. 2 more trains is, I think, perfect. Alright, that's how production's going to work. I'll probably end this video after I end this turn so that I can kind of set up the production for the next turn without wearing you guys down with that boringness. That being said, I think everything's done on this turn, except for maybe shipping out some more guys. I do have 1 more unit's worth, and I do have a unit already here. Oh, I have no more capacity to ship. That's exactly why I was building trains. Okay, good. So let's end the turn. Ah, I saw a lot of movement in the northwest. So we got all our dive bombers, trucks, trains, everything. And these things do cost quite a bit of raws, but still we're not exceeding our production. Okay, so yeah, 47 rifles, they're getting serious. They did take Drognets, but our border's already expanded as far as we need them to, so we might as well just push over to this raw. Good, so this is where the line is drawn, and I don't have anything to defend Tainan. I don't think I have any interest in defending Tainan. The worst case scenario is maybe hold on to Dongying. I don't know. Okay. I think I'm going to bring this episode to an early close here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip ahead as many turns until something happens. The basic setup is done. All I'm going to do at this point is add units. So basically I've shown you the beginning part of the game, and the next thing that's important is when war is actually declared. So I might do like a small update video, like a 10-minute one in the middle, if nothing has happened for 5 turns. Notice it's March, and remember every turn is 1 month. So we'll just have to see how long it takes them to declare war. I'm just going to keep amassing. Oh, so one thing I'm going to do is get artillery. I think it was artillery, because I did build it was an artillery factory here, right? A gun factory? Yeah, gun factory. So I haven't decided yet. I'll think about it, whether I want to get anti-tank, artillery, or flak. Now that I have built aircraft factories, I probably won't get flak, because if I need anti-air, I'll just get fighters. Okay, but that being all said, I'm going to end here, and I'll move forward behind the scenes. And when you come back, hopefully this screen is populated with the whole battle lines of troops, and war has been declared. Until then, take care.